HMS Bulwark. Launched on the 18th of October 1899, the Bulwark was a formidable London-class battleship of 15,995 tons, 431 feet 9 inches long and 75 feet wide. She was protected by 9 inches of armour plate and was armed with 4 12-inch guns, 12 6-inch guns, 16 12-pound guns and 6 3-pound guns. 14th of November 1914, the Bulwark, with the 5th Battle Squadron, transferred to HMS to guard against a possible German invasion. At 7:50 a.m. on the 26th of November 1914, HMS Bulwark was moored at number 17 Buoy in Kethole Reach in the Medway estuary off Sheerness. Without warning, the Bulwark was ripped apart by an enormous explosion. A witness report states, "A huge pillow of black cloud belched upwards. From the depths of this writhing column, flames appeared, running down to sea level. The appearance of this dreadful phenomenon was followed by a thunderous roar. Then came a series of lesser detonations, and finally one vast explosion that shook HMS Implacable from headmasts to keel." Witnesses on HMS Prince of Wales and HMS Armageddon stated, "Smoke issued from the stern of the Bulwark prior to the explosion, and that the first explosion appeared to take place in an after magazine." The battleship, HMS Bulwark, had been completely destroyed by an internal explosion. 736 men and officers had been killed. There were 16 survivors, although 7 would later die in hospital. Divers reported that the port side of the ship's bow, which had been blown off by the explosion, lay 50 feet to the east of the mooring. The starboard side of the bow lay 30 feet further away. Nothing else of the ship could be found. 2 days later, a naval inquiry was held at Sheerness. It established that despite regulations to the contrary, 275 6-inch shells had been placed in passageways which connected all 11 of the Bulwark's magazines. The naval court concluded that the most likely cause of the explosion was the overheating of cordite charges stored alongside a boiler room bulkhead, one of which ignited, causing a chain reaction which detonated the ship's magazine. The inquiry highlighted the danger of unsafe handling of ammunition on Royal Navy ships. Sadly, it was the lesson unheeded. At the Naval Battle of Jutland, 13th of May to 1st of June 1916, in the heat of battle, shells and cordite charges were backed up in close proximity to the guns. Safety doors were also left open. Turrets were blown off and ships sunk. This resulted in the famous message, "There seems to be something wrong with our bloody ships." Following the Battle of Jutland, the First Lord of the Admiralty advised cabinet ministers that the 3 battle cruisers had been lost due to unsafe cordite management. The loss of HMS Bulwark remains the second most catastrophic accidental explosion in the history of the Royal Navy.